What's the difference between branding and marketing? And does your homestead business even need branding? Let's look at that today. You need to stop wasting your time on branding. Branding isn't growing your homestead business. A common misconception is that you need this perfectly polished brand before you can be out there selling products or offering services. But the truth is, you don't actually have to have a brand at all before you can do these things. And some of the more successful little tiny businesses don't have a brand at all either. They just kind of go with it, or they use their owner's name and roll with it. The key here is, as a small business, especially a small homestead business, we don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to throw out every single day on advertising to keep that name a household name. We're not Coca-Cola. We're not going to be out there constantly. Instead, what our branding is doing is helping become more memorable in people's minds. They may see a bit of your logo and remember that later on. But it's not the primary focus that you should be doing in your marketing. You don't need to be spending a ton on ads to achieve a brand recognition. That recognition will only come naturally to those that are strongly following you. And what you really want to do is build this tight niche of loyal followers. And the loyal followers don't necessarily care what your brand looks like. They care about how you've treated them or the service that you're offering. And they're going to be more likely to shop with you based on that fact than what your brand looks like or how clean it is or anything like that. Now, don't get me wrong, you still need to have some branding in place. You still need to have a logo, and you still should have a domain name that matches your business. And with that domain name, you should have emails that come with it. But you need to make sure that your focus isn't 100% on branding, and it instead is just getting your business out there. Because you could spend all the time in the world on branding, but never actually show it to anybody, versus you could spend $5 and make a sale by doing real marketing. People don't really care about your brand. What they care about is the personality and the service or product that they're receiving and the quality. So if you focus on things like quality and your good customer service, you're more likely to build that following pretty easy. All the best branding can get you more followers, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be true loyal followers. And when you actually attract those true loyal followers, they're more likely to come back all the time too. So less money goes out in your marketing because you're not having to constantly be spending. The difference between a big brand like Coca-Cola and a small brand is the small brand needs to spend their efforts on actually getting customers, versus the big brand is just going, hey, remember you tried our product 10 years ago and we want you to try it again. But they've already built that established rapport. They're already a household name. In most cases, people, in different parts of the country will go, hey, go grab me a Coke. Their name is universally recognized, versus you're not going to get that as a small homestead business. Instead, you can get a small, tight niche of loyal followers who will recognize your brand and share it out. But it's not the key. It's not everything that builds your business. Yeah, as you grow, you can put a little bit more money into branding, especially if you have a logo that you just kind of threw together, or you weren't able to get the website that you really wanted in the beginning. But instead of focusing on, well, I don't have everything I need right now, so I can't do anything, you need to focus on getting your brand out there, getting your name out there to those people that would buy from you. Spending a little bit of money on advertising or time on social media, and actually putting out content and getting those people to come to you. And then from there, they'll help start spreading the word and you'll become known later. But don't focus on trying to get your brand out there first. All you'll be doing is throwing money away. Like I said earlier, some of the cheapest downright dirty brands that you could come across, you see driving down the road as cheap stickers that they got at the hardware store or stuck on the side of their vehicle. But those people are probably happy, and they have probably a good, loyal little group of followers that are totally interested in their services and that pass their information along. It doesn't necessarily equate, they look cheap to they are cheap. Instead, what it equates is they're spending all their time and effort on getting those customers. And you need to do the same. Spend enough money to create just the basic face of your business so that it looks good enough, but it doesn't have to be something you spend thousands and thousands of dollars on. And instead, spend that money elsewhere so you get enough customers and your business has enough to thrive. And then you'll be happy to spend money later on when you're ready to grow. But don't try and spend it all up front and waste that money. In the end, you want to make sure that your brand is reflected in a way that you're happy with and in a way that's cost effective as a newer business. And most homestead businesses are going to be small. You're going to be servicing a local area. You don't need to focus on thousands of dollars in ads, nor do you need to focus on thousands of dollars in branding and logos and websites and things that people won't even use. Use the basic things that you have available to you for the lowest cost and make sure that it gets that face that you want while providing value to those that you're trying to get. And that'll help you gain more loyal followers. So what I want you to do today is I want you to stop looking at your brand and start looking at the big picture. Who are the customers that you're trying to attract? And make sure that you're appealing to those people. Don't spend tons of money on advertising that's just going, hey, here I am. Instead go, hey, here's what I can offer you. And target it at those people that are looking for your business. If you found this video helpful for your homestead business, hit the like button. And if you want more tips like this in the future, hit subscribe.